Alright, hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, my megabytes per second just dipped way low. You know, if it dips, it dips. I mean, fuck it. It might dip here and there. If it dips here and there, fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. One day I'll get that fancy Mimo antenna. I got an omnidirectional antenna right now. Ooh, it's dipping again. Oh, God. Alright, looks like it's working its way back up. Alright, well, fuck it. Anyway, look. Got this controller at the game store. I paid $15 for it. It's a Switch controller. Switch Hori. It's got the Hori I don't know if you can see that. It's got the Hori logo on the back, but I mean, obviously you can see why I got this thing. Look at that D-pad. It's got a circle D-pad. It looks kind of like, not the Sega Genesis D-pad, but it looks like not the Sega Saturn D-pad, but it looks more like a Sega and feels more like a Sega Genesis D-pad. So, and then I got that Nintendo World's Championship thing that I stopped at like 3 different stores. Nobody had it. I went to a Best Buy and they didn't have it on the shelf, but I asked one of the guys. He's like, yeah, let's go look in the I guess they have like a warehouse or storage area in the back, and he came out with this. It was $60. Yeah, I guess grab yours at Best Buy if you can. I looked on eBay. People are charging like $80-$100 for these. Like, I might open it up here in a minute. Maybe we'll crack into this thing and play it. But I definitely want to try this controller out. And what better game to try it out with the GGLS 3, right? Yeah, hopefully this D-pad is nice. The controller feels nice. It feels like an Xbox controller. Yeah, dude, it feels good in the hand, I'm telling you. We just got to check this D-pad out. I used to think Nintendo's D-pads were so good, but just the older I get, the more I love the circle D-pad. Plus, dude, I got shot through my hand before. Like, I've been shot through my hand. You can see, like, my thumb's kind of like, it's like sags down. I don't know if you can notice that. But yeah, I got a bullet hole through my hand, so the circle D-pad works good for me. I pulled up a sold listing on eBay for one of these. It was a blue one. It was like a $5, and I was like, "Hey man, I'll give you like $20 for this thing." And he was like, "Oh man, you found a sold one for $5." He was like, "How about 10?" I was like, "I mean, y'all got to make something off of it. I'm not about ripping it off my game store." And he was just like, all right, well, 15 then. And I was like, 15 I'm cool with. So I feel like that's a hell of a deal. 15, especially if it's a good controller. If not, it's going back. At least I'll be able to recoup my $15, right? Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. How's this D-pad gonna hold up? Oh shit. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh, hold on. Feels pretty good, dude. D-pad definitely takes some getting used to because it's a little bit stiffer. Dude, this game is the shit, bro. But look at this D-pad I found. I stopped at my boy's game store, and there's damn camera. Anything with a circular D-pad like that. Now this is more like a Sega Genesis D-pad than it is a Sega Saturn D-pad. I'm sure you can see that. But yeah, circular D-pads, bro. I just love them. I wish someone would make a set of Joy-Cons with a circular, with like a PC Engine or TurboGrafx size D-pad that's circular. Oh my god. I got an invention right now. We need to invent this. I mean, I'll buy one. I bet you there's 100 people like me that would want a pair of Joy-Cons like that. I bet you. You know what's so cool about this game? M2 got pretty much some of the compile team back together to make this in like 2019. I got my shield. I'll tell you, this is the best GGLS game, too. Alright, I gotta get used to this D-pad, but if you can just see this is a really interesting looking D-pad. Do I wish it was micro switch like my PS4 controller I just got? Yes, but it's pretty good. You know, they made this to work on a Game Gear. Oh, I lost my shield. Fuck. Come on, give me the perfect. Come on. Yes, got it. Shit. Yeah, I know they must have extracted the ROM some type of way because I have seen the repros of the Game Gear cart, which would I think it would be cool to get that on a Game Gear cart, and then play it on an analog duo with like a Saturn controller, like a Retrobit Saturn or Genesis controller, you know what I mean? Now you know what I was thinking, right? Hold on. I was thinking So when I got this, I got it from Amazon Japan, but it came like in this like collector's edition, which there wasn't a lot of shit in here. Unfortunately, no soundtrack, which that's a real bummer. But it comes with this like little like Game Gear, like mini Game Gear, and it's got all the GGLS games inside of the Game Gear, including GGLS 3, the game that they just made, right, in like 2019 or whatever. But I was thinking, since there's like a USB connection on the Game Gear Mini, it would be cool if you could like maybe hook a USB cable up to it and move the files over to your computer. I mean, that'd be like too much like good to the consumer though, right? But at least the files of the software are in here, not just on the disc or cart, but it's actually inside. I mean, the files are there; they exist in that little mini Game Gear, but well, they let you pull them out. That's the whole thing, right? Damn. Yeah, I mean it's hard to see the screen, and I mean it's a cool little trinket. It has this game on it. Like, do you remember when they made all those mini Game Gears? Like, it was like a Japanese exclusive thing. The YouTubers were talking about it. There was like three of them. They had like one had Sonic games, one had uh, like Shining Force or something. Like anyway, there was a fourth one that was only available. None of them had shooters on them. One of them had like Gunstar Heroes on them, right? None of those Game Gears had no shooters or nothing on them except for this one that was released in this limited edition set for the GGLS, the 8-bit LS games, pretty much, right? Power Strike 2, all that, they released that Game Gear in this set, and they didn't sell it separately outside of this set, so that's kind of cool. But how useful is it? Okay. So when this guy does his attack, does he do it like this? Does he come down this way, or does he come down that way first? I think he comes down this way first. Yeah, okay. Yep. Damn. I can't believe that guy got me. He usually gets me with that attack because I forget which way he's going to come down with it, but nope, he got me with his shot. I just hit an extend. I usually don't switch over to this weapon this early, but... There we go, got a shield. Oh shit. Fuck. Shinobi. Yeah, I mean, I've played some of the Shinobi games, but I mean, I haven't like dove deep in. Like, I got the ROMs on like Genesis collections and stuff like that. But I will tell you this: if you like Ninja Gaiden and shit like that, there's this game called Cyber Shadow. This that company Yacht Club Games made Cyber Shadow, same people that did Shovel Knight, right? Dude, this thing's like a Shovel Knight version of Ninja Gaiden, bro. Or a Ninja Gaiden version of Shovel Knight. It's only digital. It's on the Switch. It's probably on everything else, but it's called Cyber Shadow, Yacht Club Games. I mean, shit, I'm going to show you real quick. Watch. Wait till you see this game. Y'all are going to be like, damn, I wish it was physical. Maybe I should tweet or, social media Yacht Club Games and be like, hey, what y'all waiting on? I haven't really heard anyone talk about this game. Here, I'll hit a brand new save file. That way you can see it from the very beginning. It moves quick. Let's see, I know I played the game Tom and Jerry, the movie Coca-Cola, the Kid, can't remember. On GG Shinobi. I think I have a copy. As weird as it sounds, I think I do have a copy of that Shinobi game that came out for Game Gear, just because I found it at the flea market. I got that. There's a couple of them I have. I got this like Outrun Europa. Like one of the Streets of Rage games. It just when I find the shit at the flea market, but I have found a couple cool Game Gear games. I just never had any way to play them. Here we go. I'm telling you, once you see this thing start to get going, this is a good game, bro. Dude, this game's all, and it's just getting started, bro. Just getting started. I'm not gonna play it for long. I'm gonna jump back into a shooter. I just wanted to show you all this. Let's see. Yeah, it does. It's kind of like Shadow of the Ninja. It's a lot like Messenger, or a lot like those new like the 8-bit Bloodstain games. It's a lot like that. These little things right there, like a save, like a little save, save spot or whatever. There we go. Didn't Limited Run Games just re-release Shadow of the Ninja on the NES? I know, right? This game is sick. Yes, it is. This is only available digitally right now, which it's crazy they don't have a physical for this. Watch this game get listed on First Press Games' website. Oh my god, that'd be awful. I guess I have to get some kind of power up to get through that. Damn it. You gotta knock both of these out or else they'll get you from across the room. Yeah, I know, this game's sick, man. The music, every level I play, the music gets better and better and better, too. Alright, now it's going to start getting hard. Well, I'm going to have to do some acrobatic shit up here. You got to know exactly where to stand and not get hit. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of like the Sunsoft Batman, right? Ooh. The controls are so spot on in this game, man. Like, all right. Speaking of Shadow of the Ninja, it looks like I got a, oh, really? No shit. Did not know that. Dude, they had at the game store. They had a copy of somebody traded in a copy of R-Type Delta. I was really happy to see that. Shit, I don't even have a US copy of R-Type Delta. I had a disc-only one, but my copy of R-Type Delta is the Japanese copy. It came with trading cards, though, mine. I got a weird copy of R-Type Delta. Check this shit out. It's like a Wonder Price edition or some shit. The fuck is it? Here it is. It's got like some trading cards in there and shit, but yeah, see, R-Type Delta. This is like the value edition or whatever came out in Japan. Weird, has a red cover, right? It looks kind of funky. I've had that for a long time. I remember I got that one because the US copy was like $100 at the time. That game's been expensive for a while, but that copy was only like $10. So it was really cheap. Not an expensive game. But I was thinking about opening. I got this today, the Nintendo World Championship thing at Best Buy. I was thinking about cracking this sucker open. You know, I love that 2D, like the old school 2D games from my youth, like this. I didn't even show you all the intro to this game where you're pretty much a human and you have your hands like in front of your face. Like, look at that shit. You have your hands in front of your face and this nuclear bomb goes off and it just shows like your skeleton, and then it's crazy. Dude, R-Type Delta is a hard game. It's a 3D R-Type game, though. But it's a good 3D R-Type game. There's a few good 3D games, like Einhander's okay. You know, it's okay. And there's some of these games people give this crazy amount of credit to, and I often wonder, is it just like hype, or like, for example, Ikaruga, which is, I'm sure it's a fine game. That game's so out of my league that I'm sure I could learn it, but I mean, like, Ikaruga is more of a puzzle. I've said this a million times, and other people have said it too. That game's more like a puzzle game than it is a shooter, just because of the polarity mechanic, you know. But you ask anybody, like any gamer that isn't really into shooters that heavy, you know, like, well, what's your favorite shooter? They say Ikaruga, or at least I've heard people say that, you know, and it's just like, why do you say that? It's like, you know, when you tell me that, you're telling me that like you've mastered the polarity mechanic, and you know, that's the type of shit I think. But I think people say that because they just don't have the knowledge, you know, they just haven't dug into the library like we have, you know, which is understandable. That's like a niche thing, you know. I'm sure those guys could tell me about 2D platformers that I've never even heard of. Alright. You don't look so good, Shaddy. Your condition is worsening. Oh lord, alright. I hope you'll stabilize soon. We can't afford to lose you now. Thanks, bud. Our master needs you to be at full strength. This guy's easy. I know it is real hard, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying about. You ask people about, oh, what's your favorite shooter? Ikaruga, like a A perfect example. Like I remember, like a few years ago, like I was watching like a RGT 85 video. I really don't watch that guy, but like he was wearing a like a Ikaruga, like a shirt, and at first I was thinking, oh, that's kind of cool, but then I was thinking like, damn, like like right now I'm wearing a cave shirt right now. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't know. I don't know. When I think about good shooters, my mind goes to things like that. Compile, Compile, obviously, right? Compile, Psycho, Cave, and then the companies that sprung off of like Compile, like Rising, Aiden, just like there's so much good. Hudson Soft, Red, you know. I think the older I get, honestly, my mind will always be locked into Compile, but the older I get, the more I appreciate those Hudson Soft shooters. Like, they're just so fucking good. And the good news is, at least Konami owns a lot of those properties, and I have more confidence in Konami doing something with that shit than, like an Atari or something if they own the IP, It's definitely chiptune music. I looked up like merchandise for this game. I went on Yacht Club website's like merch store. They had like this enamel pin set for Cyber Shadow, but that's the only thing I could find. I was hoping to find like a soundtrack. If the soundtrack for this came out in vinyl, I would cop it definitely. Oh, here we go. I'm just getting into shooters, and you've put me down to a bunch of cool games. Well, that's awesome, dude. If you're just getting into shooters, there's definitely some I would recommend. To get you started, like for example, either one of this is Futari, but Mushihime-sama, Futari, or the original are both great introductory shooters. Just because they're just a little bit easier, in my opinion. They can get hard, and you can make them hard, but if you're just walking in, you don't want to play Mars Matrix if you're just walking in. You don't want to play R-Type Delta if you're just walking in. Another good one I would say that it's a little bit harder than a Mushihime-sama, but it would be Eschatos. I think that would be a great one for you. Have you ever played Eschatos? Gradius, now the Gradius games are some hard games, bro. If you can breeze through any Gradius game, especially like a Gradius 2, that's impressive. And like Gradius 5, like good God, that's a hard. Oh, Jesus Christ, that game's hard. I can't mess with Gradius 5. As cool looking as it is, being a 3D shooter and all. Gradius 5 is hard. And I heard Treasure worked on that. Not that means much to me, but that is interesting how they had the IP and their rendition of a Gradius game. All right, let's knock this guy into the ground. Got him. Yeah. Recommend GGLS 3. Definitely recommend Eschatos. Dude, stick with the Mushihime-sama games first. What system are you playing them on? Let me ask you that. What's your go-to system? What system are you playing these shooters on primarily? Radiant Silvergun's not bad. Way better than Ikaruga to me. The only thing that takes practice with well, obviously with bullet patterns and things like that, but with Ikaruga, at least for me, I noticed that not Ikaruga with Radiant Silvergun, I had to practice the different shot types since there's so many. Just the finger placement on the buttons as to what is what shot type, and then I use Saturn controllers, so that puts a whole different spin on things. But yeah, just learning the shot types and where they are on the controller. Once you get that, Radiant Silvergun's a lot easier. At least it was to me once I started getting that kind of shit down, because there's certain shots that fire off to the side, and there's certain stuff you have to hit on the side, the obstacles, environmental stuff that you have to get through. Alright, so we just got a Shuriken power up. GGLS 3. Alright, but that's Cyber Shadow. I'm going to jump back into a shooter now. Tell you what, Esprit years ago used to be probably my favorite shooter. 19XX. What's that? Is that Strikers? Are you talking about Strikers? One of the first shooters I started playing, actually, once I really got into shooters, was Strikers 1945 2, which for us here in the U.S. it was just Strikers 1945, but it's really what that is Strikers 1945 2, kind of like Final Fantasy 2 is really Final Fantasy 3 is really Final Fantasy 6, like that kind of thing. CPS2, yeah, you're talking about, yeah, that's a, I know what shooter you're talking about. It's like an Capcom arcade shooter. There's actually, I think there's a version of that game that came out on the Neo Geo. Oh, we want the, we want the new version of this. We're gonna play this on arcade mode. When I got this game, it came with alternate cover art. It came with a Christmas cover. Who should I use? Her. This is the new character. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I actually have that game on my Switch, and there was like a Capcom like it's like a digital thing. It's like an arcade pack where they give you a bunch of the arcade ROMs, and that was one of them. forget the controls to this game. Yeah, it's been a minute since I played this. Got him. Let me know what. Alright, so let's see. I guess you're emulating, right? Since you said CPS2, but are you? If you're emulating, I can recommend a lot of shit. But are you looking to just play the games? Or are you looking to like buy them physically? Either way, it really doesn't matter. I got some other recommendations too for the PC, but some of these games I'd have to get the files to you. I want to set up like a thing, like a web page or like a Google Drive thing where I can like upload all these like Doge and shooter files, like the shit that used to be on Doge and Gravity back in the day. And Doge and Gravity was just a website that just hosted downloads for a bunch of obscure Japanese shooters for the PC. It's pretty much what that was. But for whatever reason, one day it just didn't exist anymore. What else? Oh, you know what? You know another good shooter, like a beginner shooter that that's good for a few reasons. One of them is that it's co-op. This game actually exists on a lot of systems. I think I have it on the Switch, but Caladrius Blaze. Probably weren't expecting me to say that. This game here it is for the PS4, but I think I have this for the Switch. Came out on PS3. This is like one of the very few shooters that actually released physically for the PS3. But nothing special about it. It's a 3D shooter. Came out probably in the mid 2010s or something like that. Since it came out on PS3, that's another one that's just for whatever reason I think it's great if you're just getting your feet into shooters. Just because of the way the game just is set up. It's not super bullet heavy. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's not like a cave game. And plus, if you do 2 players, someone else can actually help you out with it. And that's actually a fun 2-player game. I've actually played that with some people, sitting on a couch before. And I can't say that about many shooters. God, I really should have set this on easy. I just jumped into arcade mode like I'm a gangster or something. Oh, knock me out. Do you know what the ESP stands for in S-Parade? I can tell you. I know. And the reason I know is because this is, for the longest time, this is the only way I had to, other than the ROM. This was my physical copy of S-Parade, which is it's a South Korean, it's really just a ROM running through a MAME emulator. But see S-Parade, it's got a nice little cover to it. But it says right here, extra sensory perception. Do you see that? Extra sensory perception. So that's what the ESP stands for. I did not know that. And then it says this, and this doesn't say this kind of stuff on any other version of this game that I've ever seen. It says, what are we fighting for? We cannot even find the answer, but we just keep running because of this ability we have, extra sensory perception. Interesting. So yeah, that's what I don't know if that's a bootleg. I don't know, but it's from Korea. I remember when I ordered it, it took a long time to get to me. Fuck. Man, I was doing alright with him, but that motherfucker got me. Let's see. What's up, bro? Yeah, anything cave is fire, right? I should reset this and put it on easy, but it's just been like a couple years since I played this game. God. Yeah, I really should have set this on easy. I'm getting through. It's just been so long since I played this game. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on easy, and I'm going to pick a different character. You know, depending on the character that you pick, the level's going to start in a different spot. I think I'm going to pick the dude. There he is. She used to be my favorite, but all these characters are good. Fuck it, I'm gonna pick this guy right here. Or I don't know if this is a dude or a chick. That's like right down the middle, isn't it? I don't know what that is. Yeah, man. Have a good night, bro. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Now, this is probably going to be too easy, but at least I'll be able to get through the whole game. Kitty. Kitty. Yeah, this is a lot easier now. There we go. Alright, bro. Yeah, have a good night, man. I ain't gonna stream that much longer anyway. There we go. Damn. Yes, sir. Got him. This is on easy, though, so... Oh, the train level. Mm. Alright, here we go. He's super easy. God, that took forever to die. Here we go. There's not too many more levels left. That's some really cool pixel art, man. This part's hard. There's certain shots that don't work on her. Ooh. That was kind of hard. All right, I think there's one more part. Let's see. Yeah. What's that? The Famicom Castlevania. I wonder what Famicom games I have. I got a few. They're somewhere. Look at this. I don't have the manual for this, but I got the box and the cart for Gunneck. I wish I had the manual for this, but one day I'll find it. Huh. You know, for the longest time when I thought of this game, I kind of thought of that boss too, just because of the pixel art at the end of the game. Alright, I gotta jump off. It's getting late. I gotta get up early to make the donuts tomorrow morning, but maybe I'll stream this tomorrow. Hopefully I don't get home too late that I can't stream, but hey, I went all the way to Best Buy to find this. It was hard for me to find this fucking thing. I know you can order it online, but I try to go to the stores and buy this kind of stuff from the store. It's got the game replica game pack of the gold NWC cart, enamel pin set, and a pack of art cards. 2D greatness. Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I talked about this the other day, but this is probably best for the Switch. On the Saturn, I didn't have the greatest results, but the Saturn Pro controller, so it's got the two analog sticks on it on the Nintendo Switch. This thing's made for the Nintendo Switch, or like for Steam or PC. You can use it for that too. But alright guys, till next time, man.